If your self-inquiry feels boring, flat, or completely dead, that might be the first sign you're actually doing it right. Most people think it means they're doing it wrong, that Ramana's method isn't for them, or that nothing is happening. But here's the real question. If this is working, why does it feel like nothing is happening? In this video, I'm going to show you why boredom appears, why Ramana would not see it as a problem, and one simple shift that turns "I'm bored" into real progress. Let's clear something up first, because most of the confusion starts here. Self-inquiry is not repeating "Who am I?" like a mantra. It's not trying to create a blank mind, and it's not about having spiritual experiences. As Ramana put it, the point of "Who am I?" is to trace the I back to its source, not to repeat the words. It's about turning attention toward the felt sense that you exist. That quiet I am before it becomes I am this or I am that, and gently returning there whenever you drift. That's it. It feels boring because the mind is addicted to stimulation. It needs something happening all the time. So when you stop following thoughts and instead rest in simple awareness, nothing happens in the way the mind expects. No story, no drama, no entertainment. You sit there, ask, "Who am I?" And within seconds your mind goes, "This is stupid. This is going nowhere." Or it pulls you toward the phone, toward another video, toward the next technique. But here's the part most people miss. That boredom is not coming from awareness at all. It's coming from the mind because it's losing its usual fuel. What you call boredom is just the mind not getting what it wants anymore. It's used to constant input, and now you're not feeding it. So it labels that absence of activity as boring. But you're actually stepping out of the entertainment loop, and from the perspective of the ego, that feels like loss. So it resists. That resistance is what you're calling boredom. You're not bored. The mind is just not being entertained. This is the stage where most people abandon self-inquiry. They expected clarity, peace, maybe even bliss. Instead, they got nothing. Flatness, silence, a kind of dryness. So they go back to thinking, or switch techniques, or start searching again. Ramana actually warned about this, hopping between techniques whenever it feels dry, chasing states, turning inquiry into mental analysis. He emphasized staying with one simple direct approach, even when it doesn't feel exciting. But if you stay here, something subtle begins to shift. That dryness is not a mistake. It's part of the process. Old mental habits are losing their grip. The constant need to identify with thoughts, to be someone, to stay mentally active, is starting to weaken. And before a deeper peace is recognized, there's often this neutral phase. No fireworks, no excitement, just quiet. And the mind doesn't know what to do with that, so it calls it boring. Think of it like this. You've been running a motor for years, non-stop, and now the fuel is being cut off. Of course it sputters. Of course there's resistance. That sputtering isn't failure. It's the sound of the old identity running out of fuel. So when boredom appears, don't try to fix it. Don't try to make the experience more interesting. That's just the mind pulling you back in. Instead, notice the feeling of boredom, not the story about it, but the actual experience. Then ask, to whom is this boredom appearing? Let the answer arise, to me. Now stay with that sense of me, not as a thought, but as the awareness that is noticing everything. Rest there, even if it feels neutral, even if nothing special happens. That's the practice. Let's test this right now, not for 10 minutes, just a few seconds. Notice whatever you're feeling. Maybe it's restlessness, maybe it's curiosity, maybe it's nothing in particular. Instead of labeling it, just notice the one who is aware of it. Don't reach for it. Just let your attention settle back toward that sense of being here. No effort, just noticing. That's all. That's self-inquiry. No fireworks needed. If your mind comments on it, even that is just something appearing to you. Come back again to the one who notices. If you stay with this long enough, something shifts. Not dramatically, not like an explosion, but quietly. You begin to notice that awareness itself is not bored. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't come and go. It's just there. And that simple presence starts to feel more stable than the mind. Less exciting, yes, but more real. Over time, this stops feeling like a practice. You're not trying to do self-inquiry anymore. Attention naturally rests in itself. Thoughts still come and go, but they're not pulling you in the same way. And what used to feel boring now feels peaceful. Not because something new was added, but because the noise dropped away. So, if your self-inquiry feels boring right now, don't take that as failure. Take it as a sign. You're stepping out of the mind's need for constant stimulation. And that transition almost always feels like nothing at first. Stay with it. Don't switch methods. If this is where you're stuck, the next thing you need to understand is whether you're actually doing self-inquiry or just thinking about it. That's where most people get stuck after this stage. The video is called "Am I Doing Self-Inquiry or Just Thinking About It?" and the link is in the description. Thank you for practicing with me today.